So if you only have 2 or 3 followers, because like you're like, oh, I really want to see, I definitely want to see that follower every Canto. Whoa. Hello everybody and welcome back to Dawncaster. Today we are going to be playing the Coin Rogue. This is a build that was requested by a user on YouTube about a month ago. I initially said, you know what, I don't actually like the Coin Rogue. I'm not really sure that's going to be on my agenda for a while, but then I tried it out with some of the newish cards from a few months ago, and I actually have to say this build is super fun. Now, the build is viable up into impossible. However, it is quite a risky build. It can kind of just get one shot out of nowhere, and while its sustain is steady and sturdy, it does not come in bursts and big swings. I mean, you could literally say the build is a coin flip, right? I think that's the most literal way to say it. So let's have a look at how this build is played. We're going to be using this mechanic that no other build really uses, which is the lucky coin, which is this here. So what the lucky coin is it's a divine item, and it deals 2 damage, and you lose 1 gold whenever you use it. So you're literally spending the gold in your pocket you otherwise would use for transmuting and upgrading stuff as damage. And now you might think, well, aren't I just going to go broke doing this? Like, I'm just going to run out of money instantly. And kind of yes, but at the same time, there are some cards that help you compensate for this, such as cash out. So this is going to be the starting card that we're going to take with us. The way this works is it conjures a lucky coin, and then this turn, whenever you spend 1 gold, you gain 2. So every time you throw a lucky coin, you will lose a gold, but then gain 2, so you're essentially making 1 gold profit every coin you play. So this is a way to kind of stay, at the very least, try and stay at gold parity, rather than going down in gold. Then our starting weapon is going to be the Gilded Blade. The way this works, it deals 2 damage. On hit, we gain 1 of the lucky coins. And if we ambush with it, we actually get a divine energy. And so this is where the lucky coin build becomes kind of interesting, very unique and weird, because this is a divine build that does not actually natively have real access to holy cards. Because you need to understand there's a difference between having a character that like has access to holy cards and using holy cards or divine cards, whatever you want to call them. So we are going to be able to summon this card via our weapon talent. What this does is you pay 0 gold, you delve a divine card and add it to your deck. So this is going to be our source of divine cards. We're going to be playing this to try and find 1 or 2 very key divine cards. However, it's really worth remembering, this does not mean that we have actual access to divine cards. The difference is we can't find divine cards at the merchant. And if you try and transmute a divine card in your deck up level, it will not transmute into other divine cards. It will transmute into other random stuff. The little trick with this build, where I figured out how to make it playable at the higher difficulties, is you need to play it as a code build. Namely, we're looking for the Code of Chivalry. What does this do? It doubles our blessings at the start of turn. So we have 1 anger, turn 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc. The requirement for this code is pretty easy to fulfill. It says your deck contains no duplicate cards. That's not really a problem at all. You just get rid of all your basics, cut down 1 or 2 surges, get rid of your blocks. You can easily get there by Canto 5. The only tricky thing is finding this code. But because this is a divine action, we can get it via the acquisition we're going to be getting from our weapon talent. However, remember, we can't transmute to it from a card below because we don't actually have access to the holy cards. Now, I know that might seem kind of weird. I'm going to show you how that works in the game later, whenever I get a chance. A few other key coin cards. There is the one that is the most important one to get at some point, which is Pure Gold. It's an artifact, which is like an enchantment you can't imbue. It says this combat lucky coins deal additional damage equal to 10% of your total gold. So you have 100 gold, 10, 330, etc. We're just trying to amass as much gold as we can. We're going to hope we find the Fortuitous talent and get the Frozen Lake opportunity, which gives us 250 G. And that will massively boost our damage. Good coin generators include Donation, and Counterfeit is really good. And then obviously the Gilded Blade is going to be at the beginning the best one we have. Finding Rabbit Foot is also good. This can give us coins, but also ups the damage of our coins. And then Gilded Grace is also great to have because this will keep us safe. So keep us safe and hidden behind a nice shield of Impervious. Then Double Knock, also very good because this gives our coins and arrows Echo. What does Echo do? It just means they get played twice, so every coin is worth 2. It also has the second clause at the bottom, says reduce this cost by green energy after you play a ranged action. Very, very important to remember, coins are not actually ranged actions. Like, yes, they are literally a thing you are throwing ranged. They're not a ranged action. They will not gain any ranged synergies. They will not trigger ammo. They will not trigger sharpshooter. They will not trigger marksmanship on any of those talents. No synergy. They are divine. Divine item. No ranged. So let's get into actually playing the build so you can see it in action. Take the rogue. To me, I think this is supposed to be the default coin picture, though I have to say the new pirate lady literally has a coin in her hand, so I don't know if that's thematically actually more appropriate nowadays. Take the Gilded Blade. Take Archivist Weapon. This gives us the use a weapon power to start your next one with an acquisition. Again, acquisition was that card. This is at the top of the screen. Devil Divine card added to your deck. And then also has this little passive here that says whenever you spend gold, you gain 1 life. This build, especially the higher difficulties, really, really, really needs the Compassionate talent, because the Compassionate talent will give you 1 extra healing per healing you receive. Essentially doubles how much health you're healing from this passive, right? Because whenever you spend a gold, you gain 1 gold. Compassionate adds 1, you're gaining 2. You're doubling your healing. And that is something we can get from the Wounded Animal opportunity. We're going to take cash out. We're going to play on hard, not impossible. I've definitely beat the game on impossible with this, but just for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to keep it at hard because it's a real like 40%er on impossible, maybe even 35. It's nowhere guaranteed. Oh, who with the Gilded? That's actually a good name for this, isn't it? We're going to deactivate Eclypse. We're going to deactivate Infinitum. We're going to keep Catalyst on because that has the codes. We're also going to keep Metamorphosis on because it has the Perform cards. If you're playing Rogue, I think you need a really, really good reason to not have Perform on. This is like the glue that keeps the Rogue together. It is just the safest, easiest sustain. It is so versatile. It can either give you, well, sustain, it can also do NG generation, it can do a bit of damage, and can also draw you cards. It just is like anything you want at any point you need it to. So I always keep this on when I'm playing the Rogue. And I've got my seed from earlier, so let's go and see what happens. Frost. Okay, Weeping Woods. Gilded Summons. So with the acquisition, we're going to turn it on now. Take the coins. And now this is just a real game of luck. We're just hoping we get the code as quickly as possible. But obviously, it could take like 4 or 5 acquisitions until we find it. And then we need to get rid of all the other stuff that we found along the way. So at the beginning of the game, a typical fight is going to go something like this. You're going to play your Gilded Blade. You can say they're green because the ambush is active. Boom, we get a lucky coin. The rest of these will still gain us lucky coins because that's an on hit, but it will not gain us the divine energy. At the beginning of the game, I would say just play out your lucky coins just to get the opponents dead. You don't want to be messing around with any of this stuff too long. I'm going to keep Ardor because later when we have a code, this can give us Impervious. And I'm not even going to play the block here. Reason I'm not playing the block is I know that this seed will give me Compassionate. So I'm not too scared about taking a tiny bit of damage here at the start of the game, to be honest. Though if I have 2 energy, I will do it. I just don't want to go down to 0. So you see at the bottom left that, ooh, we're going to kill the opponent here, aren't we? I can show you this way. So whenever we spend this gold, boom, we're gaining a life. That's the gold spend passive. By the way, that also works outside of combat. So if you buy something at the merchant, you will spend gold and that will heal you for 1. It will not heal you for the amount of the gold. So if you spend 50 gold, you don't get healed for 50. It heals you for 1 whenever you spend gold. And then there's kind of the reverse of that talent as well, Troven's Blessing, which, spam your coins, which is whenever you gain gold, you gain that much life. So if you can get that as well, it is really great synergies. Oh, also worth noting that Ardor has another little side effect that's quite nice. Is it gives us Zeal, and Zeal boosts the damage of our divine actions. And the coin, as mentioned before, is a divine item. So you can see it's now dealing 5 because of the 3 Zeal. Just kill him with it. Nothing good there. We're already playing with the mindset here that we want to get down to the point where we can definitely activate the Code of Chivalry, which again, the activation clause was not having any duplicates in our deck. So we are going to actively work towards cutting down the Surge's basics and all the blocks. That's something we're really going to go for. This isn't a build that really profits much from upgrading the basic attack. I would even say this is a build where, like, by the end of the run, if you don't have a single Gilded Blade left in your deck, like, no harm, no foul. I like to keep one in there just to have, like, something that generates the coin, but also actually converting your energy into the divine energy can sometimes be quite helpful. Because again, we don't have true access to, you know, I'll take the sharpening stone. Just as I'm saying, I'm trying to get rid of all these things. I take it. So we can duplicate the healing potion here because we're going to get rid of one of them to compassionate later, so we can drink the other one. And what I was saying is that, again, because we don't have true access to holy cards, that ability to generate the golden energy here is actually pretty good. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, we got different codes. Not the right one, but we'll take it. So this is exactly the situation I was mentioning, where there's a difference between access to holy cards and using holy cards. So we now have this code in our deck, right? And the code we want is a rarity up. So we can transmute this up. Normally, if we have access to holy cards, we transmute this up. It'll show us holy cards, or sorry, divine cards of the highest rarity. Because we don't, we won't. And I must tell you, I only found that out like yesterday. So I was trying to transmute some stuff and I was like, why the hell is this not working? And a very kind member of our Discord pointed this out to me. I have to say, it's a very niche interaction, because for the most part, when you're playing builds like this, if you're using a lot of divine cards, you probably are going to be in some kind of holy build, or you're going to have taken the talent that makes you holy. But this is a bit of an exception to it. By the way, these spiders here are like low-key actually can be sometimes your hardest fight in this Canto, because the thing is, whenever you do an action, they apply bleeding, and because this is such like a finicky little build where you're playing lots of tiny cards, you stack up a lot of bleeding. Vanish, great card for this build. Resets or ambush. Cool, here it is. So we can free the animal, heal it. We gain compassionate. You've never seen compassionate before. It means your healing effects heal 1 extra. So that means every gold we spend is now healing us for 2. So this is what's going to keep us going. This is like our most basic level of sustain. Later on, we are going to be, or when I say later on, I literally mean like as soon as we can, as soon as we find any kind of performance cards, put them right in the deck, start playing them. Gilded Blade. So we play Ardor, because we're still going to gain the Zeal off that 1 divine energy. And I will play this block, because we can definitely kill him next turn. You always want to get this Tuskboar down as quick as possible because of his anger stacking. Get a little bit of gold back here. So here, we took Devotion. We could actually start transmuting holy cards. Weapon Up, do you know? Malice, no. Not Painbringer. Gilded Prestige is what we actually want here. So what this does is, start of your turn, you conjure a lucky coin. Your lucky coins gain persistent. Oh, Grand Entrance. This is our beginning into perform. This is a really good card. The reason giving the lucky coins persistent is good is it allows you to basically get a bunch of them in your hands, then play cash out, and then gain as much gold as possible back off of them. So you're kind of trying to set up for kind of like for a combo turn. Okay, what do we get? Anything? No. I guess I'll just take Persecution. Doesn't do anything good, doesn't do anything bad. It is just kind of there. That being said, we do need to get rid of a few of these cards at some point. Because like most of them don't really do anything. And the second we find that code, we're just gonna stop digging for any of this stuff. So here, you can just cash out. Yeah, nice. So Rousing Sermon, interesting. So Rousing Sermon, I think at the beginning of the game is pretty decent. Later on, when you get the code, I think this actually becomes quite bad, because the problem is the code is going to double all your blessings. That includes the Zeal, and Zeal hurts you at the beginning of your turn. So you can very easily accidentally kill yourself with Zeal. Yes, let's keep the coins in our hand. Hope we draw a cash out, and then we can just try and burn the Sharpclaw Raven down in one big turn. Let's see, that can do that. Reset that. Gilded Blade. Well, I'm actually, rather than waiting for the cash out and take more damage here, I'm just going to kill the Raven. If we had Tough Bones, I'd take Vault. Nothing interesting here otherwise. There is a version of this build you can do where you go for Sinister cards instead and try and find the Counterfeit card and play the Blood Money enchantment, which both have synergies with coins and Sinister. I think that build is kind of inferior to the more Blessing Divine oriented version. It's still really fun though. It's like, don't let anyone stop you from playing it. Let's play this. I keep on thinking whenever it plays enchantment and it plays that little like doo-doo-doo-doo sound, I think like a device of mine is getting disconnected from my computer because it kind of sounds like that noise. So I'm gonna use this campsite. Let's get ourselves one step closer to Code of Chivalry. I'm also gonna get rid of, well, you know what, I can get rid of a Gilded Blade because Persecution is sort of like just another Gilded Blade. So Weeping Mother, if you have not picked up a way to make your coins do more damage than their base damage, this fight is actually really freaking hard, and I've definitely like bricked the game before. By that I just mean died getting to this fight. Oh, okay, Awakening, this is really good because this we can side transmute to the code. I've definitely bricked myself here by just getting to this fight and all my coins only dealing 2 damage and then just kind of getting wrecked by her. Because the thing is, she will out-heal you if your coins aren't doing more than base, which is why taking Rousing Sermon was like a pretty tempting thing here. Because while I don't want Zeal in the long run, I just do sort of need it to get through these fights here. This is also a very difficult fight for this build because, again, like with the smaller spider, we're very fiddly, right? We're doing a lot of small attacks. And because she dazes you, puts that 4 days on you. This here, you're often going to struggle to get all the coins out, right? So right there, I would have loved to play these 3, and I think that would have actually just killed her. But now we have to go through another round of spider suffering. Yeah, so here I'm just going to go. That is literally just going to kill her, yes. I like Chorus. Explore the area some more. We already used all the campfires, that's good. Let's crack on with our Life to Bright Candle. So Blacksmith, we are going to remove a basic attack again, taking every opportunity we can. Alchemist, please give me your code. Please, 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 please. There it is. Okay. So Code of Chivalry. Double your blessing. Deck contains no duplicate cards. Code of Hope is also nice to have. You can like randomly get it. Take it, you know? Do we want to spend... I almost want to spend 20 gold at the Bright Candle Inn just to make sure we're topped up on health. I'm gonna keep it though. Let's get that rolling. Sorry, ambush. Nice. So how many cards do we actually need to get rid of now? We need to get rid of, I think, 2 Gilded Blades, and then we have the code. Should definitely be possible. Play a few of these out. The reason I'm playing some of them out is otherwise we're going to overcap our hand and won't be able to draw any more cards. So Gilded Blade. Gilded Blade. I can use this health potion now as well. I'll play all of these out. So we're really hoping we can kill him here, because otherwise we're sitting on 11 Zeal there. And sitting on 11 Zeal is not good for us. So if I go to this campsite, I remove a blade. I'm trying to keep the blade that's the most upgrades on, and then I can find the... Ooh, let's get rid of another shield. That's good for us too. Shrine. I'm not going to use that because I have no idea what it's going to do. Ooh, place a card on it. We want to make cash out persistent, because this means we can kind of line up our hand for a perfect combo turn. Mysterious Crates. That gives us a bit of gold. I don't want to use this campsite for the other dagger, because I know if we just find the... What's his name? If we just find the blacksmith, we can remove it there, so we can use the campfire to heal ourselves later. Like that. Like that. Get the performance going. That. So unfortunately, we can't put Sermon on here. That's a bit of a shame. So this is an interesting fight, because Matriarch Daisy is constantly dispelling our blessings. So sometimes we're going to be like, oh great, she got rid of our Zeal, but sometimes we're going to be like, oh great, she got rid of our Zeal. Like that was our only reliable source of damage, you know? Here. I mean, the thing is, I'm almost kind of incentivized to actually just play out all my coins turn after turn, because she's going to get rid of all my Zeal. So I can abuse the fact I'm getting all this damage from them without having to commit to anything. Yeah. Getting her down, getting her down. It's pinned though, I gotta say. The worst part about this fight is the pinned. It's making sure you don't get like... Because there are some builds that get so destroyed by a pin. If you've ever played the traditional Corrupted Arcanist, the one with... Ooh, Rabbitfoot. Rabbitfoot is good for now. I'll take it. If you've ever played the traditional Corrupted Arcanist, the one with the apples, I could also just transmute away this Gilded Blade, right? Yeah, let me just do that. Then I'll take the heal thing. Then if you get there, because the way that build works is you put a ton of malignancies in your deck and they're unplayable. So if you pull one left and right of your hand, like 1 or 2 turns in a row, you just die. It is big sad, but part of the game. So this, we can reset this. Oh yeah, so this is our first fight with the Code of Chivalry. So it just shows down here. You can see this is now going up green, and that's because it'll now give us Impervious, because we have a code in play. So we are now like, we're doing pretty hot. I'd say like getting, because I was pretty lucky we got that, because even if you use a seed, there are still things that are random, right? Like what cards you get off the acquisition, totally random. I'm mildly ashamed to admit that this is my third time trying to record this, because like I said before, it can be such an unlikely build to work. But yeah, I mean, I love it. It is really fun to play. By the way, I don't really think I've completely explained what this rabbit thing is that we got here earlier. So this is on equipment. The way it works is your coins deal damage equal to its your abilities. You're currently 3, and if I click on it, it just gives me a coin. So you can either sit on it and gain more damage on your coins, or you can use it to spawn coins into your hand. Accuracy, no. Quick crafting, no. Battle rhythm is probably the thing we want, because this will give us anger, which we can then double. Coin flip. Is this actually good? Meh. Ooh. I was about to say, I'm sure I have something for you, but... Oh, I have the Code of Loyalty, actually. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Collector roaming the lands. That means we want to start using our acquisition literally just to find cards to give to him later. So I'm just going to use it here now. See if we can bum some free talents off the man. The Burst of Radiance is actually not a bad card to have in general. Persecution is actually really good now because it's getting us 3 coins. Play some of these. Can we just kill him? Oh no, I think we're like a damage short. 2 damage, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be able to kill him before he does his thing. Do the thing. Ooh, Scheme. I really like Scheme, especially if you can find a shrine that Shrine of Levity that makes it cost no energy, or like a curse shrine, because then it's basically just a free draw too, which is great. I'll do this, do Chorus, get ourselves Impervious. Just gain a coin and pass. Yeah, so there you can see our anger doubling. The reason that's so good with this build is that the base damage on the coin is so low that having stuff like this that makes it just go up turn after turn, it's just ridiculously strong, as you can see. Nothing too interesting there. So I have 100 gold now. So if you can, always have over 100 gold before you go see the merchant for the first time. The reason for that is his most expensive cards are always 100 gold. Wow, look at this. Almost turn 1, kill these guys already. Now we're gonna tank one of his hits. Yeah, nice. It was the Crimson Knuckles, so we didn't even get our gold stolen. I'll just finish him with this. Nice. Ooh, Spoils of Wars. In the long term, that's a good one to have. That's also something we could take and upgrade with the Alchemist, actually. Because that means I don't need to use his acquisition to try and gain random stuff. I already forget, what did we gain off the last one? Burst of Radiance, yeah. Let's do this. Do that. It's not bad. Let's just do this and get a few of these going. Earn some gold. Boing. Let's do thems. Let's do that. That. Let's play this. So yeah, we probably want to get rid of the Rousing Sermon at some point. It's not really doing too much here. By the way, there's a funny little thing you can do with regenerate, because your regenerate is also doubling at the beginning of your turn as your zeal. As long as you regenerate, it's kind of like outpacing your zeal. You can sort of have them like play off each other. And as long as it outpaces the seal, you're good to go. So I'm debating getting rid of this golden blade, but gilded blade. But then it'll be harder to get the energy color that I want, won't it? Yeah. Get this. I'll just play this for the Impervious. Yeah, the amount of damage we've already negated with that Impervious is pretty insane. Like that. Like that. Coins, yay. Oh, so this is the Sinister blood, coin card, Blood Money. It's lucky coins deal extra damage equal to your Sinister. That's like the other way you can go with it, is you play this as a corrupted build. That's something we could also do at another date, but I'm overall a bit more of a fan of this version. Nothing really that great here. I could just straight up buy Enigma to give it to the collector. But actually, I'd rather have the 100 gold, I have to say. Bandit markings. So is there something we want to get rid of here? I think I might want to get rid of that surge at some point, actually. So let's see what happens in these fights. And then we can debate getting rid of that surge. Let's gain the energy. Play all of these and then just pass. Persecution, so sick. I don't think I've ever had persecution in this build before, actually, but the fact that it generates you 3 coins is really good. Gilded gauntlets. I've never played that in this build before. I'm actually gonna try it out because now that we have the Code of Chivalry, it might actually not be that bad. And I'm gonna take out the surge now. Do I want to upgrade something with the blacksmith? So I said before, it's not really worth upgrading your weapon. The one thing that it can be worth upgrading it for is for the on-hit thing, so you can like overcome armor and still use it. That being said, I don't think that's actually that great of a reason. Because realistically, like, it does so little damage. The amount of times it's going to help you penetrate armor is very, very slim. Oh, this is really good. This can help us draw a lot of cards because it's going to double our focus up to 6. And then we're going to start drawing initially cards pretty much straight away. The way focus works nowadays is start of round, draw 1 additional card for every 6, and we're going to be doubling this every turn. Rally's also good to have. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just start smacking this guy around the head with some coins. He's a bandit after all. He's probably loving it. It's like, oh, this guy came to my forest and just, you know, handed me over the goods voluntarily. Sick. So that persecute this guy. Boom, boom. Acquisition, literally the card that we get via our weapon talent. So finish him. Adjust the remaining bandits. You'll work for me now. So the more I've played this build, I actually have to say I'm not sure Crimson Knuckles is actually that good. The 3 gold is obviously nice because we want the most gold possible because we're trying to get pure gold and then we'll do more damage. But I'm kind of started wondering if just getting the ill-gotten gains, is taking the gold 1 off, turning the greed into a sanguine scrying is actually the way to go. But I'm going to take the Crimson Knuckles just because if I had to do this build in like the most traditional way possible, I would imagine that the Crimson Knuckles is the way to go. So Consul Evelyn, get our G's. What have you got for us? Uncanny Luck. That's something we might want later. I'm not taking it now though. Battle Cry is actually pretty good because we gain Zeal and we're going into the Poison Canto. You know, I hate this Canto so much. I don't hate it. I love the Canto. It's just really, really like... I think it is the hardest Canto in... The Canto 5 in general is the hardest Canto in the game. I find compared to how strong you are at that part in the game, it's probably the most challenging. Like this is where you usually figure out if your build is working or not. If you can get it past here, you're usually going to win. And if you don't, well, probably not going to win. Re-evasion, not the best blessing. So Impervious is really good here because it stops you from taking damage from poison. And this is a poison themed Canto. So we're essentially turning off like the main vibe of the Canto in our favor. So I can't lie, that is pretty good for us. So it's ambush, reset ambush, cascade, block this guy. Let's take him out. Go straight for the dexterity. There's not much else we could possibly want here. Opportunity. Don't need the stew. That'll just give us vampire thingy. That is not something we're interested in. Shrine. Infuse the energy of a card. Ooh, you know what this could actually be good for? Turning this into generic energy so we don't need double divine. Ooh, is there anything here? No, it's actually nothing I want to lose right now. So the scariest enemies here are the Festering Shamblers, the froggy guys. Because if you just get really unlucky, they can just stun lock you turn one. Kind of. Not really stun locking. Basically what they do to you is they will hit you with their deadly attack, which is like 40 damage or something. And if they hit you with their other melee attack, they daze you as well. And again, this is a very fiddly build of ours that needs to do a lot of actions. And the combo of those two things together will just often like knock you right out the game. That being said, right here we're having the opposite experience. So right now we're doing the silly regenerate thing on this guy. So because regenerate only goes down by 1, but blessings now doubling each turn, we're still kind of doubling our regenerate every turn. So after a certain amount of turns, which actually happens quicker than you'd think, you eventually start healing more health than any opponent could do to you. So I'm just to show you what I mean, is I'm literally not gonna do anything for like the next 3 or 4 turns. And I'm just going to pass and you're going to see what happens. So now we're at 16. Next turn we'll go down to 15 and then double. So we should have 30. Next turn we'll have 58. Yeah. So these are the kind of loops you can trap your opponents in with Code of Chivalry. By the way, so the Code of Chivalry is not just a good card in Coin Rogue, by the way. This is just generically a great card. Let's kill this guy. Yeah, so we have like 32 anger, so all our attacks are doing illegal amounts of damage. We don't have any corruptions, do we? No. I wanted to transmute something. Didn't I want to transmute that Spoils of War? Axe in the Stone. That's for red energy users, unfortunately. We could take the golden statue thing here and give it to disable the trap. If we see the collector again, we can give it to him. Because that will give us a card that is pretty good if you're playing a gold build. Little secret interaction in the game. Pure gold. Well, just like that, we found pure gold. What have you got for us? Spell Thief. Yeah. Counterfeit is pretty good. I'm not going to take it right now, though. I think our deck is pretty full right now, and I think we're approaching territory where it's getting a little bit like wonky. Let's play this. Barriers like regenerate too, by the way. It doesn't expire, so if your opponent doesn't dispel it, you can just keep on bigging it up. Let's hit the enemy. Let's gain some rally. Let's play the sermon. Get that. They're just dead? Are they just dead? Yeah, they're just dead. This build hits so hard when it pops off. Yeah, I've never taken this, but I always think about it. Because whenever you finish a performance, you get it back. But I don't know if that's really good enough. What could we get rid of? I feel like I want to get rid of something. I want to get rid of the Rousing Sermon at some point, don't I? Just not going to use you. I'm going to try and take down as many opponents as I can before I go to Campfire, because I don't want to get rid of these noxious fog stacks quite yet. I want to let them build up a little bit more. So we're currently on the same path to do this like regenerate trick on this opponent. So there is a little bit of a gimmicky thing you can do here as well, because we can essentially trap the opponent into a near infinite fight. It also means we can just farm them with the Crimson Knuckles like for nearly forever, because they currently do 4 damage. So that opponent had like what, 80 health, so you could hit them with it like 18 times or something, 18, 19 times, and gain a ton of gold. However, that would take ages to complete, and just to respect everyone's time, we're not going to do that. But yeah, there are some like gimmicky things you can do here in your own free time. If you want to spend hours on your build, you could do that on opponent after opponent. I'm sure by the end of it, you'd have like an insane amount of HP. So I do see why you might want to do it, because it's pretty funny, but I think it would get a bit tiresome after a while. Should we try and fight one of these Shamblers? Let's take down more Stray Lights before we go to the Shambler. We do have enough health buffer at the moment that I think we could probably risk it. Though, I do have to say, they always strike me as such like save scumbait. Get our blessing. Reward, not very good here. Stray Light doesn't actually do anything to us that would burn it through our ward. Their Brain Pain is actually really good against the coin build though. So I'm just gonna try and kill them here. But I can't. Actually, I think the Impervious stops the Brain Pain. Does it? Yeah, it's like burning. Impervious stops damage you take on your turn. So stuff like poison and burning won't have an effect on you. Let's play that. Yeah, our coins do so much more damage once we have the real gold flying around. Okay, let's fight one of these Shamblers. Let's hope he doesn't have... Okay, he has his deadly attack. But we have Impervious. Okay. They brought some tools, we brought some tools, you know? We're all doing the things we want to do. Let's get a blessing. Oh, we got regenerate. Let's play one of these, just so we don't overcap on cards. Now they're gonna get their days thing. Yes. Let's play real gold. Let's play this. Play that. Nope. Half of these cost energy because of Delirious. Take Abracadabra. Pretty much everything in our deck costs energy. Yeah, so Abracadabra is a card. If you have a lot of cards in your deck that cost no energy, this isn't good because it draws a card. That card then costs no energy. So kind of the more expensive energy-wise the cards in your deck are, the better Abracadabra is, because you have a higher chance of drawing into something very expensive, right? So if I play it now, like, I'm getting something for it there, right? I'm getting my Gilded Blade, but if I could draw into a 3-cost card, like let's say an enchantment, like or double knock that is 4 energy, And it becomes free. So good. Boom. So let's scheme a little bit. I still keep on thinking I'm getting like a phone call. I'd like to know from the devs if that is like supposed to trigger our something deep and internal in us. So I have the idol to give to the collector if he does show his face again at some point. I have not used any campsites yet, have I? This is still the first one? Because this would be a great time to remove a card and get rid of this sermon I'm not that big of a fan of anymore. And let's go fight the troll. Yes, there was another campfire there. If you're not already aware of it, there's this little mini game going on in this level, the Noxious Fog. Basically, every time, it says here, well, it inflicts 0 poison at the start of combat, increased by 1 every combat resets when we visit a campfire. So if you don't regularly go to the campsites, you're going to be starting these fights with increasingly more and more poison, which obviously has a detrimental effect on your game plan, I will assume. And on the higher difficulties, you have fewer campfires, so you need to use them as smartly as possible. No golden energy there. How much damage can we do here? A little bit, a little bit. We're doing the thing again where regenerate is going to outpace their damage. That's kind of funny. Just get these coins. Put this guy out of his misery. Feel bad for trolling him. Ha 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 ha. So I'm usually not a big fan of regenerate, but with Code of Chivalry, it's actually like, what is it the kids say nowadays? It's peak. Peak. No. Well, we already have Insatiable Curiosity, so that won't do. Headhunter. No, Insatiable Curiosity. Let's draw more cards. I will actually fight the Shambler first. I'm feeling relatively confident here. Okay, our opponent has like their strongest starting hand possible. Which is, you know, I love that. I love that for them. We have evasion, so it's not that bad, but usually, yeah, they'd hit you here for like 1 trillion damage and then they daze you. And the next turn, they just do it again. And those are just like the games where you just want to pull your hair out. Let's get a blessing. What do we get? It's not so bad. Let's just kill this guy. So we go to the campsite one more time. I think so. We'll just heal up. So Bolgar can always be a scary fight. The thing is he has these 3 abilities basically, and the sequencing he plays them in is like super important for your survival. You can get really unlucky and see this one in the middle here. This one applies Bane and Poison. Bane just increases the affliction, so it's just poison and more poison basically. And if he applies like that 2 or 3 times first, and then he starts hitting you with the other 2, you are going to take a sick amount of damage. We have gotten decently lucky here, and he's going to do his first attack before he has done that. And then he's going to do this other attack. But see, we're going to block this with Impervious. He's going to do that. Then we're going to dodge that with Evasion. So there's no real big scare here. Yeah, this is like, I would say this is definitely a pretty lucky run in terms of the stuff we've seen. When this build isn't going that well, it can feel pretty bad if your coins aren't doing a lot of damage. But that's what I'm saying. If you hone in on the Code of Chivalry and you do manage to get it pretty early, there's not really that much that can go wrong. Cunning Plan can be interesting. And there is an argument going Temple of the Pyre, but I want Serena. The reason you go Temple of the Pyre is to get the fire resistance talent, but we want to recruit Serena by the end of this. If you don't know how to do that, I'll show you how. Oh, okay, okay. We'll go into the opportunity first. Ooh, join the game. Yes! We get Troven's Blessing. So Troven's Blessing is that talent I told you guys before earlier, where it's whenever you gain gold, we gain money. So now whenever we spend gold, we gain money. Whenever we gain gold, we gain money. When we look at gold, we gain money. Whenever we eat gold, whenever we smell it, whenever we think about it. It's great. I'll have to hit this guy once just so he doesn't do his stupid attack. This Amber Hollow here, by the way, this is like always a scary fight. I think this guy catches a lot of newer players out because he has this mechanic where he doesn't actually gain energy unless you... so while he has this heavy burden on him, he will gain energy. And if you do damage to him, the heavy burden lowers. And if you lower it enough, he just doesn't gain any energy and just passes his turn without doing anything. The problem is if you let him go to his turn with like maximum energy, he will just kill you in like 1 or 2 turns. Because his attacks sort of stack up damage over time. And not every build can deal with that. So we have evasion, so it doesn't really matter for us. And we're also doing enough damage that he's not going to be able to do anything here. I really hope we stumble into the collector sometime soon. Just playing around with this Delirious is always tricky. So our most important coins at the end of the day are the lucky coins, but making them cost energy is sort of ruining our flow a bit. Let's do this, gain that, gain a divine energy, reset our ambush, play that, persecute this guy, scheme. Get 1 more coin, kill him, nice. Sudden narration, not that great. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna offer it a card, and we're gonna offer pure gold, just so we can get that on ourselves as quickly as possible. Let's deal. What do you got? I mean, sure. All right, none of those were very good. None of those were very what's the word I want to use here? Very roguish, very rogue related. But they weren't bad either. I'm gonna make this persistent just in case we can't cast it. Oh, ooh, my friend, my friend, my friend. So if you've never done this before, this is a little secret interaction in the game. Big spoiler. If you give the collector the golden idol, he kind of shits his pants. This can't be real. It is amazing. I want it. I need it. And then he gives us his most precious possession, Gold Strike. So what does this do? Deal 65 damage, which is 20% of your current gold. So it's kind of like a mega coin. It is unique. You can only use it once per fight. That's pretty good. Oh, this is a really good event for us. So we can light the 5th candle, accept the offer, and then we get Baylor's Blessing. So what does Baylor's Blessing do is we gain 1 anger, 1 burning at the start of combat, 1 burning, who cares? But the reason that 1 anger at the start of combat is really good for us is because we have the code. And if you have the code, obviously it is gonna double that anger straight away and just get your anger growing. Oh yeah, something I did not mention before. So I've been talking this whole time about getting Serena. And if you guys don't know how Serena works, is when you take her, she removes all the divine actions from your deck, including the Code of Chivalry. So usually at this point in the game, if I'm doing really hot or I'm just feeling lucky, I will take her and just remove the code from my deck again and just hope I can get it back again really quickly. However, because in this run, ooh, Ring of Power, that's actually kind of interesting. Should I take it for the memes? I feel like I should. Yeah. Because that's also something we can upgrade. That's pretty funny. Ooh, enter quick meal, sure. And I will just get rid of all the divine actions in my deck and just pick it up again with acquisition. However, I have to say we have quite a few other good divine cards here now. I'm not actually sure I want to do that this time. Probably should have thought about that and gone to the Pyre instead. I was just sort of on autopilot there a little bit. But yeah, this is definitely one of the builds where you can just sort of go nuts and rebuild all your divine later. So we haven't used any of these beast forms yet that we're getting via the enchantment we got imbued from the Potbellied Imp. But master forms is actually really, really good. I'll use it here once just to show you guys what it does. You use it and you get to choose one of these 4 forms. This is actually like a seeker playstyle, not a rogue thing. Each of them does something slightly different. This one is like defensive. This one is kind of gives you energy and cleanses afflictions. This one draws you cards, and this one kind of helps you do more damage. The tricky thing is about them, you have to channel them. So you have to leave each round with at least 1 energy still up. Or else the channel will disappear. So I'm going to pass here. This form of the cow will stay on us. Gold strike. Let's cash out. So if we get the Fortuitous Talon, which I think is in this seed, we should be absolutely popping off. So this, I should play that first. So you might have noticed that I'm using my performances to generate energy now rather than gain life. It's mainly because we've been pretty good in our life total and just haven't needed it. However, if you find yourself in a situation where you're losing a lot of life again, to switch back to playing performances that gain you life, like Song of Prime. That's totally fine to do. Get a random blessing here. Okay, so for the most part, we're just blocking our opponent's attacks with Impervious and Evasion. Hit him. Cards, cash out. Get him dead. Don't need that. Marksmanship. Coins are not ranged. Does not do anything. Craftsman. No. Weapon master. No. So, Sacred Shield is really good. We gain 1 Impervious at the start of battle, which for us is actually 2, because the Code of Chivalry does duplicate that. So that basically buys us like a completely free first turn. However, I'm going to take Strategist because I think we have enough defensives already. And Strategist will strike at the crystal. Strategist will help us kind of stock more cards in our hand without constantly going over. So I think picking up that ring before was actually very silly. It seemed funny in the moment, but I'm not really seeing any use for it. Oh, donation. We don't actually have a donation yet, do we? So this is another really good card. It's probably the best way in the game to generate a ton of coins at once. There's a forking tunnel. Right. Take the amber. Put it in your pocket. Go forward. Squeeze through the corridor. Break some gold free. And now we will be presented with not Serena, because we still have these other enemies to take care of. Gilded blades. Which we get foretell. Can we just kill this guy? Okay. Yes. So what do we do here? Something we want to get rid of. I'm starting to wonder if getting rid of Abracadabra. Not really sure how much it's doing here. But no, let's fight Serena. So the way you do this, if you want to fight her, to be able to recruit her, is you reach for the crystal, you focus on the thoughts of pride, you tune up the prides, and you fight her. If you have red energy, I think it's focused on the thoughts of bloodlust instead, but the outcome is the same. So she has dominated us here, so we have to do her bidding. Not really a big deal. She's not very strong versus what we got going. So the question is, do we want to kind of recruit her, go greedy, try and reestablish the divine cards in our deck, but get a few free blessings off it, or do we just take the priestess? Like, okay, if I were playing my own free time, I would recruit her, but I'll just take the skip. I'm gonna banish her. We get the priest instead, which is also very nice. Nothing we want to do here. Okay, I'm gonna fight the Ember Overseer. This is also generally a really scary fight because of the way his abilities can line up and the way his anger mechanic works. The way he works, this is also another one of these opponents that one-shots a lot of new players. Basically the way he works is whenever he's dealt damage, he gains an anger. When he has 10 anger, I think this depends on the difficulty. It goes up the higher difficulty. 10 anger, he removes all the anger and deals damage. The reason him gaining anger is so dangerous is his deadly attack here hits numerous times. So every point of anger will make it stronger and stronger and stronger, right? So you don't actually really want to like hit him very often. You just want to get him dead. Like that. I mean, that was pretty spectacular, I'm not gonna lie. Let's leave. I think the deep is easier, but there's more gold in the Thornwind Pass, and I have to say, after going down like the swamp into the mines, I don't want to go into the deep as well. It's just so dark. This is like nice and bright outside. This looks nice, you know. Opportunity, Blood Moon, Shrine, nothing we want to transform, Opportunity, Ambush. Oh, great. So this is an ambush with a Blood Moon, and it has that silly thing applied from the opponent. We can gain Impervious, though. Yeah, whatever. Probably should have just gone into Beast Mode there and passed. Beast Form, Beast Mode. Beast Mode sounds funnier. There's no Days Dawn us now. Oh my god, this guy's always so invincible, his name. Nice. Let's play that. Draw some cards. Let's coin this fool. Boom. So there is kind of an argument with the coin rogue to picking up red energy rather than a third green energy way back when we hit level 4, because that way you could spec into more anger generating abilities, and that's a build I really want to try someday. Kind of going like anger, divine coin rogue, like 3-color rogue. I think there's a lot of potential there. Gilded Blade. Well, actually, so by the way, remember how we got this Trovan's Blessing? So whenever we gain gold, we gain life. Whenever we spend gold, you're going to see that every time I play a coin, I'm gaining a total of 5 life, because I'm gaining 1 from our passive plus Compassionate, that's 2. Then I'm gaining 2 gold from then I'm gaining a total of 3 gold via and then I'm gaining 3 life via the Trovan's Blessing. So I'm gaining 5 gold as long as I have that 1 card played. Ooh, Sudden Insight. That's pretty good because we gave up 20 HP before. Oh, wait, this is actually funny what you can do here, right? If you take the gold on the plate, Lady of Mercy, I'd like, sounds like quite the lady. There's some sequence of events there you can do, and she like makes you holy or some shit. I don't remember how it works. If only I'd remembered. Oh, there's actually this one enchantment that I'd really like to get here. So we want double knock, but there's this one divine enchantment where you can do something really, really funny with the rogue, because these the lucky coins, as I mentioned before, they're divine, and there's this one enchantment that's like every 7 divine actions you play, you ascend. And so if you just spam a few coins, you can just ascend into like the angel form with this build. And what's even funnier, this is something I've done before, is if you take Serena and she's made you permanently corrupted, and then you ascend, you will actually ascend into the knights, the corrupted knights demon form rather than the angelic thing. And then you're kind of playing like corrupted divine rogue. I don't even know what's going on at that point. It's a real mess of a build, but it's seriously funny. So I should actually play one of these acquisitions, because in the snow place here, there are, even on the highest difficulty, there are 3 bonfires. So if I kind of find items that I'm like not super high on, I can always just burn them there to lower the snowstorm in the area. The snowstorm is just like the not the frost, it's just like the poison that we were doing earlier, right? It's like every guy you battle, the snowstorm goes up by 1 and applies an additional frozen at the beginning of your turn. So you want to reset it every now and then when you can. Let's actually cash out, try and gain some more gold here. Oops, didn't mean to play that. No biggie. So we're almost at the next level up. No. I have to say, I haven't seen very many good enchantments, but I'm going to take this because... Oh, if only we'd still had that transmute shrine at the beginning, actually. Oh, that was a mistake. That would have been a good place to transmute something. Because I'm looking for... I mean, if I take the Spirit Bond, I don't want to play Spirit Bond, but I can try and side transmute it. Boom. Yeah, because we had that green shrine earlier that offered to transmute something. We didn't do anything with it because we didn't have anything we wanted to do anything with it. Let's just coin this lady. Take my coins. Oh, very good. Yeah, so this seed does have fortuitous. So mobility is also a good choice. Redemption is too. But you know what? It's my hot take. All redemption is like internal save scumming. Yeah, you take fortuitous. When we're playing a gold build, you take the gold card. Hidden Pouch is actually pretty good with this build as well. I think our deck is a little bit of a cluster yuck at the moment. Yeah, because I'm not even sure we're going to see the collector again. Well, what about if I get rid of... So if I get rid of the Ring of Power, I can always give him... I just don't have anything good that I can imbue, because you can't imbue Spirit Bond. It's a grounded enchantment. I don't actually want Crowd Goes Wild. I want to transmute it upwards. So I'm actually not going to burn anything yet. We intervene here for sure. We want to pick up Mackie. These Wildscard Hunters are pretty funny, by the way. If you're playing a... Ooh, get wrecked. Fortuitous coming in big. If you're playing a build that relies on memorized cards, because they shuffle your deck at the... Because they shuffle your deck at the start of turn. Well, what are the... I'm just completely losing my train of thought. Because they shuffle your deck at the start of turn, if you have memorized cards, they will get shuffled back into your deck and won't show. Because they are putting traps into your deck, and so when they put them in, they shuffle it. So your memorized cards will not be at the top of your deck. It's a pretty niche interaction, but I've seen some people write it on the Discord. They're like, hey, my you know, my thing isn't working, and it's like, oh, were you fighting the one guy who shuffles your deck? And it's like, oh yeah, I was. That's where all my memorized cards went. Oh, collector. Okay, so we can give him the ring. The ring of power. Oh, I'll take it, the old man. Oh, energized. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Spirit bond. But you know what? I'm actually just going to burn. The crowd goes wild. Oh, we still have one more fight before we go fight the mini boss. No ambushes, so we can get... Oh. Okay. I almost made a big mistake there. I almost took a second Ardor. Remember, the code condition, code of Chivalry, is no duplicates. No duplicates. If I put that in, I would have lost the code in the next fight, and the next fight would have been against the mini boss, and I would have probably died. Or at least I would have been very sad. So we've got Maki with us now. She basically just does some like helpful stuff along the way. Ooh! Damn, that guy just got fucked up. We have 1,013 gold at the moment, so our gold strike is doing like 200, whatever. So this fight, a few little things to watch out for. He reanimates after he falls below a certain amount of health. No, after you kill him once, he just reanimates. That's how it works. So you want to, ideally, the turn before you kill him the first time, put up some kind of defensive or make him do less damage, because he hits hard. He hits hard. So what I'm kind of looking for is... I wish I had... Yeah, Impervious. That's a good one, because now I can do this. And then I can play this, play the Blessing. I got 3 evasion anyhow. Okay, we basically just like lucked our way into some pretty good stuff there. Let's pass here. Yeah, he's not gonna do anything to us. Play this, and then just hit him with a single coin for 260 damage. Maki, what is he talking about? Be really funny if her brother's name was like Sushi Roll or something. You get it? You get it? Maki? Huh? Huh? Still no way to transmute. I don't... Did we already see the Alchemist, or was she just not here? So if you're not away the way... Oh, look at that. Ugh. If you're not aware of the way followers work... I'll activate this one more time. The way they work is... So you don't have to recruit pretty much any follower besides the Alchemist and the Smith, because they're with you from the very start. But like pretty much every other follower, I think there was some way to refuse recruiting them. Maybe Bulgar. I'm actually not sure you can get rid of Bulgar either. But the thing is, the fewer followers you have, the more often you will see each individual follower, if that makes sense. Don't take persecution. So if you only have 2 or 3 followers, because like you're like, oh, I really want to see, I definitely want to see that follower every Canto. Whoa. You should try and not take any extra ones. So for instance, remove something here, right? The thing I just picked up. If you definitely want to see the enchanter in every Canto like this, do not take every single follower you find. Like leave the priestess behind if you can. Don't pick up the merchant, you know, stuff like that. But this is going to be a fight where I need to do like a little bit of preparing, and then I can take him out in the second round. Oh yeah, sure, now I get the ward. Yeah, cool. Please don't bury our 1 good card. So yeah, this guy's also burying cards. We really want to find that real gold before he buries it. So I'll just play it, and then we can just give him 3 coins and kill him. Counterfeit. I could take it. I will take it. That other one there, the Assassin's Mark that said, oh yeah, we get a free Aura Prism here, don't we? There's nothing left here, is there? So we don't actually have any enchantments we can imbue, but we can memorize something. So the next Canto we go to, anything we memorize is going to get burnt instantly, which is like very sad. But this, after we get rid of the guy who does that, it'll be good to have. Question is just, what is the trade-off here? What are we okay with getting burnt that will later be good? Guess persecution, sure. So we're going to the cathedral. The card on the right there, you saw Assassin's Mark, which is really good. It says all melee and ranged attacks will crit for the rest of the turn. Your coins are not... Oh, wait, but here we can do it, right? We take the gold. Lady of Mercy. I'd like to learn more. I'd like to earn the lady's favor. Okay. Yeah, so now we're actually holy. That's how that works. But I really don't want that crappy ass card in my deck. No, we don't need the extra 50 gold. I don't want to deal with another... Ooh, wait. I don't want to deal with another thing bouncing around in my deck. Revive. Take the hymn. None of those are what we wanted. Let's fight one of these priests, though, just to get them down. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, the Assassin's Mark, it makes all your melee or range attacks crit. Just remember that our thingy is not a melee or a ranged attack. Our coins. Coin. So, Wild Infusion, no. Sacred Shield again, Strong Arm's definitely not. So Sacred Shield gives us the 2 free Imperviouses. Durable just makes us more durable. I do think the Sacred Shield is probably better. Because the thing with fighting... do I have something to give to... Yes, I do have something to give to the Collector. The thing about fighting Dante is that we can hopefully kill him in the second turn. So the first turn, we just let him do his thing, and then the second one, we get to him. Yeah, so see, now we're actually seeing divine cards here, right? Right. I'm going to take the Spoils of... Oh no, we already went to the Alchemist. But we still need to imbue something. We don't need to, but we should. Spoils of War is a good thing to imbue, isn't it? It's all just a waste, though. I don't even think I want to imbue anything, actually. I really wanted double knock, but we never found it. There's definitely a way we could have played this out to get double knock, but it's not essential. It's a little bit win more, I'd say. Yeah, so the thing is with Dante is as long as we can survive his first round, we can hopefully kill him in the second. You know, just like take him from whatever health to 0 in just one big go. That's sort of the dream, at least. Yeah, see, we can just get the gold thing going. We can just do that to him. Oh! We just randomly found it. Holy shit. Okay, shrine. We do not want to duplicate anything, so we're just going to duplicate a coin. I guess I'll fight the Dreslord now. Yeah, so that's actually the enchantment I wanted to find. So that I will imbue. That I will imbue. That's a very funny enchantment to have. I literally mean funny. It's like, it's silly. I'll play that. Oh, didn't have enough energy for the counterfeit there. Not that I'd played real gold. I'll show you what that one enchantment does later when we actually get to play it. Let's play that. Let's coin this guy out. Next. Ooh, Shrine of Levity. A good one to have. Well, I'll give it to the Scheme, because that just means it's a free draw card, doesn't it? Play this, that, and the other. I'll just play this and go for the haste. Get all these blessings on us, feels so good. Play that. Gold strike, yeah, got some gold back. Dash out. Boom, boom. Nothing there. Okay, now I actually do want to find the Enchantress again. I feel like now he's playing coy. He knows we've got something good and he's playing hard to get. Get our blessing. We do have real gold though. It's gonna be that. Ooh, just shy. Oh well. Here we go. Bonk. By the way, in case you're wondering why these, like, you've discovered a card things are popping up, I'm currently playing on BlueStacks on my computer, and the way the game works is it unfortunately doesn't... It'll transfer your account over, but it won't bring over your, like, previous progress. So it's not bringing over my previous wins. So currently this guy I have, like, 9 kills on. I've got, like, you know, like 200 kills on this guy on my other account. Probably more. Ooh, here we go. Ta-da! Reverend. So this combat, ascend once for every 7 divine actions you play. Every 7 coins we play, we will ascend. There are 3 levels of ascension. Each one does something special. The first level isn't really going to do anything for us because the first one only is relevant for builds that bury cards. However, from the second one, it'll start doing a lot for us. And then the third one basically just like... The third one just revives you if you die. It's really cheeky. Again, it's just like legalized save scumming. Gold, punch you, gold, give us your gold. Okay, so we've killed all the priests. Oh, we have to waste one of these windows now. If you don't know how these windows works, when you visit one, you will have a buff going into the next battle. So if you can, try and keep all 3 of them, and then go into the fight with Baylor with all of them active. So, Gold strike. Play you. Let's play you. Get you cooking. Get our performance. I'm actually gonna do the. Just play you. Play you. Do as much damage we can now. Okay, so we have ascended once. You see how we're like vibing out here with our golden disco ball. Ascension once means that your cards deal additional damage equal to the cards you buried this combat. We haven't buried anything, so that's completely irrelevant. But from the second level, it's gonna start getting pretty cool. So I should just get some more coins. Are we gonna get to the second level before he dies? Yes, we are. So now, all of our damage, whenever we deal damage burning as well. It's not super relevant here because we're just gonna kill him, but you can see like, he's got wards. Yeah, so he's not taking the damage quite yet, is he? Let's see if we can. Do we have anything here that just doesn't kill him? Oh yeah, this. Yeah, let's see if we can get burning on him. And that's like any source of direct damage. We'll do that going forwards. Ooh. Oh, I should got through all of his armor there, huh? I will put this in there. Yeah, we don't have the pure gold yet, so let's play some of these out and pass. Can't do anything anyhow. Pure gold. Die. Okay, window of wisdom. Leave. Window of compassion. Leave. So we're now gonna go into this fight with Dante with some additional blessings, which is pretty good for us because we're a blessing build, but I don't think we have the best blessing, which would have to start with, which would have been rally. Oh, we do have regenerate though, so we can do our silly regenerate trick on him. Let's see, let's play that. Do that. Let's bop him. Let's get to performing. And let's get some defenses up and pass. Just need to survive a few of these rounds. Yep. Ouch, 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 ouch. I'll do this, and I'm actually going to take the Ardor. Like that. Can play that. I'll actually get my free blessing, whatever it is. And just pay Dante off here. Bop. Nice. Easy kill on Dante. But there is still one more enemy to come. So yeah, we just played it safe there, put up our defenses, face tanked his big hits with our Impervious. All good. Like, the way that fight can go wrong is if you don't really have a way to block his attack, the Arcane Overload that does damage based on the amount of enchantments and everything you have, because you do have a decent amount of enchantments with that build. I'll take this, actually. I can't play it now, but I want to copy later. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, that really sucks. I will coin you, gold strike you, knuckles, coin. Okay, can we take down? No, no, no. Ooh. Or do we just want War Priest? Oh, actually not sure what was right there. It was probably more correct to take the other one. Yeah, so let's see if we can do this. The one thing we are missing from the start is something that does burning, but we will, once we ascend twice, have that. The reason I'm specifically calling out burning here is that just doing direct damage to the spine is sometimes a little bit of a fool's errand. You need like something that just goes over the top. coin in here, why not? So I just want to get as many of these coins played as possible. So the first thing we're taking is being returned to us as Doom, so let's do something relatively small before we totally start going nuts. I will take the card draw one. I'll put this on the max amount. Take our blessing, see what we get. This is not unique, is it? So I'll take that, play this, get a bunch of coins. Start ascending. We get into Ascension 2. Very good. So we're going to start doing burning going forward. So we were interrupted last turn. So let's stop with that. Yeah, so we have the regenerate stacks ticking again. So we are going to out heal any damage the guy does to us. The thing. That being said, if they just one-shot us in one big hit, there's not much we can do about that, obviously. What blessing do we get? So let's ascend to the highest level. So I don't think the third level of Ascension really matters in this fight. Oh, did we actually just die and lose our Ascension there? I think we might have. I mean, I'll get it back. So the thing that's tricky with this fight as well is that the spine puts corruptions into your deck, and you can become corrupted mid-fight, and then you will stop ascending to the angelic form and start ascending into the demonic form instead. I'm just trying to see how many we have. We've got 1, 2, you need 5. So at the moment, we're still vibing. Did I actually die before and lose it? I didn't even notice that. There you go. Angelic coming in real hot. I'm trying to get as many coins in as possible here. Yeah, because if we can just get him into the spooky range where he's just going to die to the burning, we can just pass and live a happy life. Yeah, because now he's already in like burn range, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, your go. Do whatever you want. I'm gonna have to rewatch that footage later. Let's get an instant replay here, see what that was. Very nice. Full health. 1,165 gold. We are rich. We are victorious. That was amazing. So, ta-da! What could we have done better there? We could have gotten double knock. That would have been great. We could have gotten show goes on for sustain. We could have gotten that one other card that also gives us impervious. That's not necessarily needed. Oh, by the way, as you can see here, localization coming up. There's my name. We're getting a German version done at the moment, so stay tuned for that, all my German-speaking friends. Yeah, what else could we have added to this build that would have made it even better? We do coin. Yeah, we didn't get Gilded Grace. This is another really great defensive thing to imbue, because every 3 lucky coins you get Impervious. That is obviously amazing. Double knock would have just doubled all our coins, though it's like, we were already firing it on all cylinders there. That was like so spicy. The other way to play this is the Sinister variation, which is where you get like the Blood Money enchantment and you just play a bunch of Sinister cards, like Scheme, which we were playing as Sinister, for instance. The way Sinister works is every time you play a Sinister card, increases your Sinister by 1 for that combat, and then all your Sinister cards do like more and more damage. Could have gotten a Ransom, which is another kind of like gold Sinister corruption related card, and then you can start playing with things like maybe Gleeful Torment. You can play Shadow Sanctuary as your defense. Overall, in my opinion, though, I don't think Sinister Coin Rogue is as good as like the one I just showed you guys. There will be a guide on blightbane.io, the Dawncaster wiki, that contains all of this information in it, written form, just to go over again. And please leave me more requests. Again, this was a video that was requested by a guy. I think his name was someone, I don't know, 2329, who left a comment. So shout out to them. If you have any builds you want to see, let me know. Good luck out there fighting Dante, taking down the spine in your own time, and please enjoy the coin rogue on my behalf. And, you know, don't forget to leave a tip. So, see you guys.